whispers in Havana breeze, hearts beat steady with the ocean's tease. No borders hold us, we break away. One world, one love, one open bay. Every wave writes a line in our story. Every port holds a little bit of glory. We're not lost, we're free and alive, sailing on purpose, not just to survive. Warm, strong adventures, feel the flame. Different shores, but the soul stays the same. We stay strong, no need to worry. We stay strong and embrace the journey. Ooh, stay strong and embrace the journey. Let the sea be your guide. Let your heart be the map. Stay strong and embrace the journey. Warm, strong adventures, the rhythm never ends.
Hey everybody, welcome in. Yes, and I like that song too. That's the one my son made for me, and I really do like it. I got to give him some credit every now and then. You got to give other people credit. Hope everybody is enjoying their Monday afternoon. I appreciate you guys coming in here. Let me see. This was tougher. Putting this together was tougher than I thought it was going to be, and I want to explain why. It wasn't about the cruising, but it was emotional, and I'm gonna talk to you why in a couple of seconds. Let me go down this chat real quick for everybody in here. If on the way in, I want you to put in the chat as far as what was your favorite travel this year? What did you do that stood out? Because the older I get, the more I appreciate travel and experiencing things in life. And we're going to talk about it. And looks like Emily was in here earlier. I don't know if I'll be able to see if you see my previous post, but she's probably at work right now. So she'll catch the replay. Thank you, Emily. Appreciate you being here or coming back to watch the replay. And don't forget to hit even though Emily's not here right now. Well, she might be, because the 442, she might be in here. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you as you come in, hit that like button, and we appreciate that. It's supposed to help with the algorithm. Scott is in here. Bill, welcome in, Scott. It's showtime. Keisha, welcome in, Keisha. Give you your heart for the day. Everybody saying hello. Oops, hold on. Travel with PMB. Welcome in, Paul. And Paul, you're part of this whole thing here, because Paul has. I believe you're going live right after me, Paul. Right at 6 o'clock. I don't know if I saw a notification yet, but I believe Paul goes on right at 6 o'clock right after me. But make sure you check him out. But Paul has a group cruise going to World Asia, MSC World Asia, December. People. It leaves out of Barcelona. Don't ask me why it's World Asia leaving out of Barcelona. I don't know. But he has a trip there, and people, if you can, join that cruise. Embarkation Nation, welcome in. Thank you for being a member channel along with Scott and Keisha. Appreciate you guys, and also being moderators, keeping me safe up here. The Strong Fam, yes. Paul saying hello. Uncle Dave, welcome in. Thanks for being one of my longest members, if not my longest member. Thank you so much for being in here, Uncle Dave. Scott, my shipmate is actually up to date. Scott, thank you. That's my shipmate. If you ever want to find out where I am, where I'm going, because I said I was gonna slow down this year, but I'm up to, well, no, that goes into 2027, which I'm going to talk about. But I have like 6 cruises booked. So if you ever want to know where I'm at, check out my shipmate. Joe Hupp, welcome in, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here, my friend. Scott saying, Joe! Embarkation Nation, love the intro. I do. A lot of that travel actually was from this year too. So we're going to talk about it. I got a couple of pictures. Nothing special. I mean, I got to put the videos out. I got to actually get busy and put out content. But just to talk about like where I've been and why this year was important to me. Oh, hold on. See it with C is in here. Okay, since Carlene is in here, see it with C. Carlene, see. Okay. She put out something, was it yesterday? It probably was yesterday. And for all my friends that have been following me since the beginning, 2 or 3 years ago, I told you my bucket list was a Nile River cruise. I don't know if that would ever happen. Lo and behold, C puts out a cruise that hits Cairo and the pyramids. The pyramids is what I really wanted to see. But the Nile River cruise, Temple of the Kings and stuff like that, I could have saw that. But the pyramids was what I really wanted to see. Bucket list. I mean, that's right up to the top of the bucket list. And I've been talking about it for 2 or 3 years. That was on my bucket list. She's put together a cruise. I'm going to say it's her group cruise. You know, is it officially a group cruise? Got to talk to her about that. But she's put together a cruise on Virgin Voyages, 10 days, that hits Cairo. It goes to Greece, it goes to Turkey. So for all you people that wanted to get out here and see Greece, see Ephesus over in Turkey, hit the pyramids. I'm telling you, people. Now my claustrophobia. I found out recently that my claustrophobia won't allow me to go into the pyramids. Probably. Who knows? Once I get over there, maybe I'll get inspired. This is as soon as she put it out, I told her I'm in. I'm in. I hopefully you guys, because one thing I found out this year was the group cruises meant a lot. Now when I'm on a group cruise, I don't necessarily like talking about YouTube and things like that. I want to enjoy the experience. This cruise right here with C, it's what I've been thinking about since I started thinking about traveling, pretty much. So if you get a chance, Carlene, if you're in here, type #strong. That'll drop your channel link. I believe her email to get in touch with her about this is seeitwithc@gmail.com. I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but if she could drop that. But that particular cruise, I mean, it between that and World America, MSC World America, World America, I really wanted to see that ship badly. So as soon as that came out, I'm like, I'm in, I'm on it. But this particular cruise, anyway, people come, if you can, come on out. On the Go with YOLO, welcome in. Happy Monday, happy New Year's, happy Merry Day After Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah. Did I catch everybody? Let me say happy holidays, people. Happy holidays. And I know I'm rambling on because I'm getting way behind in the chat. Law Jones is in the house. Welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. Make sure everybody, thank you, Keisha. Make sure you hit the like button for the video. Law Jones, welcome in. We can hear and see. Everybody saying, Law, stay strong and embrace the journey. Cam Fam is in the house. Welcome in, Cam Fam, on the Facebook side. Appreciate you being in here, Cam Fam. The astute tourist, Jimmy, as people would like to call you, your close friends. Jimmy, welcome in. Glad to have you in here, my friend. Scott. Joe's, yep, he's across the Pacific. It's Tuesday. Keeping Up with the Griffins. For those of you that don't know, Keeping Up with the Griffins I forget the name of the shop, Keeping Up with the Griffins, but they make merchandise. So I have some new swag coming to me, care of the Griffins. And I saw the proofs today. They look fantastic. So if you ever want t-shirts made, if you want something made up, contact the Griffins. It doesn't cost you anything. You go over there and maybe you'll become a long customer of their merchandise store. Genuinely Blended, I believe, is what it's called. Don't hold me to that. Everybody saying hello. Shay is in the house. Welcome in, Shay. Appreciate you being here. Stopping in to say hello. Hanging out with the fam. There's nothing better than hanging out with the fam, Shay. Enjoy. We'll catch the replay. Appreciate it. I love Team Replay. Whenever you can, check it out. Team Reese is in the house. Welcome in, Team Reese. I'm still laughing at RJ. I was watching him at the new Royal Caribbean Beach Club, and I'm like, "Oh, who's that grown man?" Every time I see Ray J, he's getting bigger and bigger every time I see him. Embarkation Nation, our wedding cruise was pretty epic, but we like both MSC cruises as well. Well, Jen, I would assume Jen is talking about her cruise. She got married on a cruise ship, people. That's her travel for the year. Tell me anything's on the top of that. No matter what cruises I have or whatever, what's on the top of a wedding on a cruise ship? So congratulations again. Go check out that video of them getting married on the Encore in Alaska. Everybody said hello, Uncle Dave, Law Jones. I have to go through everything I did myself. I forgot. Paul, you travel a lot, and I understand. It's easy to get to forget exactly what you did. But I'm going to tell you why. A couple of things that I did. It made it stand out for me. I picked out I think I did 12 cruises this year. 11 or 12 cruises, about one a month. And I picked out 5 of my favorite. And I'm going to tell you why I picked them out, even though the videos aren't out yet. So I gotta work on that, people. I gotta work on it. It's a work in progress. But I'm going to explain why these cruises meant so much to me and why some of it made me kind of emotional. Going back into it made me kind of emotional. Believe it or not, people, I have feelings. Believe it or not. I know a lot of you don't think I do, but I do. I'm blunt, and if you ask me a question, I give you an answer. It's not personal. It's business. It's not personal. It's business. So if you ask me a question, I answer the question. Don't get mad at me and tell me I'm tough to get along with. Don't ask me a question. Anyway, yes. Rick, Texas Cruiser. Rick, I one of my videos I just did, and I think I called you Texas Traveler or something. But I'm so sorry, but I corrected it. But Texas Cruiser, Rick, welcome in. Everybody saying hello, hello, Jimmy, Paul. Everybody saying hello, hello. Did I miss Elisa in here? I see somebody said Elisa, I think. Lisa, if I missed your comment, I'm sorry, but welcome in. I appreciate you being in here. And again, thank you to all my mods, and thank you to all the channel members. If I don't acknowledge it, it's much appreciated. Trust me. Scott, if you're a content creator and want to share your link, drop #strong in the chat. Scott, I have that over here listed someplace. I just never put it out there. But yeah, type #strong, or anybody. If you want anybody to connect with your channel, you don't necessarily have to be a content creator, but maybe you want to get somebody's email. Maybe you want to get somebody. Type #strong. It'll drop your link. Bill is on it. Scott, thank you. Scott, look at Scott. Hardest working mod out there. Well, no, all my mods are, Emily was in here early. Keisha's always here. Scott's always here. He's dropping the Instagram. I'm on Instagram, Facebook. Facebook is kind of funny. I do have a Warm Strong Adventures Facebook page, but mostly I go by Bill Armstrong. Why Bill? Because Bill is short for William, for those that didn't know. But I usually post most of my stuff there. And I try to get it to the Warm Strong Adventures Facebook page also. I'm also a travel agent, and I have a Warm Strong Adventures Travels. I don't check that much. But people will still come over and ask questions. Yolo, if I didn't say it, hello, Yolo, welcome in. Everybody saying hello. I'm trying to get to Will G is in the house. Welcome in, Will G. Appreciate you being here on the Facebook side. Are you in Key West now? I think Will G might be in Key West. Not that I'm telling his business, but I think he posted it, so I don't think he minds if people know. TJ's Destination. Welcome in, TJ. Appreciate you being in here. TJ, I just booked Quantum of the Seas. I believe that's the name of it. A road ship out your way. So I'm going to be out that way in February. I'll let you know more when I'll be out there. Keisha's talking to C. Hanging in Key West will catch the replay. Will G, thank you so much for stopping by, saying hi. I appreciate it. Scratching Pete is in the house. Welcome in, Scratching Pete. Egypt is on my list as well. Paul, I'm telling you, contact see it with C. Let's make this a group cruise. Let's make this. Contact her. She can book you anytime. See, I got a call, but that itinerary is epic. It is. If you've ever wanted to go over to that area, it is epic. I think it hits a lot of places. And for like solo travelers that don't want to be by themselves, you're part of a group. Not that you have to do everything with the group, but you get to go to Egypt. I know a lot of people, including me, going to Egypt is like concerning. But you're here with a group. You're on a cruise. You hit Ephesus. If you ever watch my vlog of me in Ephesus in Turkey, I had a major mess up over there because I didn't go with MH Family Adventures. No, I wanted to go on my own. Well, little did I know that I was going to wind up missing like the House of Mary and things like that. So, anywho, this is my redo. I was thinking about going. MH Family Adventures was going back over to Greece. I think it might have sold out her group cruise, but I am going to go back over there now, and I'm going to go see Mary's house. I'm going to do it the right way this time. So I get a redo on that, and I get to see the pyramids. The timing of this couldn't be any better for me. Everybody said hello. And if I skip over you, if you have a question, if you tell me about your travels and I don't get to it, just type it in again. I will promise I'm going to try to get to it. TJ, and I'm so far away. I want to get in before I start talking, because once I start talking, I'm really bad about that. And don't forget, if somebody drops their link, hit that button and go over there and check out and say I'm going to watch later, because I don't leave the live, and follow up. YOLO, Shay, everybody here, they all put out good content. Griffiths, I appreciate you. We're working on it because I got a couple of cruises coming up in early January, and I'm like, hey, can you get it to me here on time? And they say, we think we can. We're going to get right on it. So I'll follow back. If things happen because of mail, because all my mail is messed up here. I'm hoping my internet stays up because of weather and the mail and snowstorms, wind. So you never know, because I waited too late to place an order, but they're going to try to work with me. Okay. Cruise Nuts is in the house. Cruise Nuts, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. And I'm going to come back to you guys, because you guys are part of you made my list. I'm going to put it like that. I have a list of five cruises, or 5 travel destinations. Mine, I happen to be all cruises. 5 cruises, and Seascape made the list of my most memorable cruises this year. Law Jones, Team Reese, he is growing up on me. Voices. Hey, who's that? Who said Team Reese? His voice is changing. His voice is changing, and I'm like, how old is this young man? I'm not gonna even call him a kid anymore. His voice is changing. Yes, yes, that's funny, because I said the same thing. We're talking about RJ, Keith's son, for those that don't know. Linda M, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. Egypt is a good way to go with Egypt is a good way to go with a group, given some of the controversial issues I've heard about. Yeah, and for those, I wouldn't mind going by myself, but this will make it easier. once I found out like the pyramids, I wasn't gonna go into the pyramids. I still do a river cruise, and I still may wind up going over there and doing a river cruise since I'm over that way. So I still may wind up doing that. But my whole thing was I really wanted to see the pyramids, and I'm going to see the pyramids. Right, Keisha? Voice threw you off. I was like, who's talking? Right, Keisha. I was only able to travel briefly in March. I went to Florida and visit family. Jimmy, glad you were able to go down there and visit family, you know, and that's what's important. It's not, I've been blessed and able to do some cruises, but even that, I'm not as young as I used to be. Believe it or not, people, I'm getting older every year. I know the looks may not change, but I'm getting older every year, and I'm learning to appreciate. I took a lot of travel for granted when I was younger. Going on a cruise, flying to over here, doing that. I took a lot of travel for granted. I don't take it for granted anymore. We're not promised tomorrow, so I'm enjoying the time that I spend on the cruises. I enjoy the time of meeting new people, and when I say new people, meeting you guys. Random strangers, not as much. People that I talk to on a regular basis or see on YouTube on a regular basis, I enjoy meeting you guys. Now I know some of you may say, "Oh, well, you didn't seem like it," but I did. Now I'm quiet at times. If you get me drinking, TJ, if you get me drinking, you might see another side of me. But I enjoy meeting you guys and hanging out at Paradise Beach with TJ and Cruise Nuts and Will G. That was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I know, it may seem like I had more fun than I should have, but it was a lot of fun, and I'm learning to appreciate that. Kimberly Lavelle, man, appreciate you being in here. Everybody saying who in here. Team Reese dropping the hashtag strong. Rick, Texas Cruiser. My favorite cruise was a 2015 repositioning 13-day cruise on Liberty of the Seas from New Jersey to Galveston. Lots of great stops along the way. Those are becoming, believe it or not, those are becoming some of my more favorable trips. And a lot of sea days are involved, but you're seeing things that you only dreamed about, seeing different countries. And that's why I love doing these transatlantic and trans-Pacific cruises. I'm not crazy about the flight going over to Brisbane, but you have to put up with that if you want to get on some of these cruises. Barcelona, Barcelona's not so bad. Barcelona is about a 9-hour flight, 8.5, 9-hour flight from Detroit. So it's not too bad. Z's in the house. Welcome in, Z. Hope you're feeling well. I know Z likes Merry Christmas, so I'm gonna say Merry Christmas with Z. Welcome in, Z. Hope you had a great Christmas, and I hope you have a great New Year's. Z, I gotta get you up here live one of these days. We're gonna go old school. I'm gonna get you up here. I'm gonna get Destination Fun. I'm gonna get Embarkation Nation, Clocks Family Adventures. We're gonna all get together and do like back how we used to do 2.5, 3 years ago. Maybe not a 5-hour live or whatever it was. 12. What? How long was your live? 12 hours? Whatever. Maybe not that long, but yeah, we got to get back together and do it one time. Sig is in the house. Welcome in, Sig. Here's another solo cruiser. Sig, we need you on. We need you on Sid with C's cruise over to Egypt. Well, I think it leaves out of Athens, but it goes through Egypt. We need you on it, Sig. All our solo cruises come together. Paul, PMB, let's all come together and make this a fantastic solo cruise. Anywho, welcome in, Sig. I appreciate you stopping in here. And forgive me for just running my mouth. Carmlan, welcome in, Carmlan. Welcome in. Everybody's saying hello. Globies. Glow, welcome in. Appreciate you stopping in. YOLO, all my travels were epic. It seemed that way. And I know sometimes it's hard to tell like what's new and what's old content and things like that, but you look like you had a lot of epic travel. My favorite is probably Warner Brothers London, making Harry Potter, the making of Harry Potter. Very emotional, huge Harry Potter fan. I don't know if I've ever seen a Harry Potter movie. I think I tried. I started, and maybe I watched one, and I liked it. It was good. I just never got back around to seeing it. But I want to go to like Disney World, like in Tokyo or Paris, or I heard the lines was shorter. It was cheaper. Yes, but that sounds like an epic trip. Cruising Chris M. Chris, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. Appreciate you being a member. My most fun travel adventure was going to Coco Cay 3 times in 2 weeks. You really got to learn Coco Cay, I'm sure. 3 different ships. Look at you, Mr. Cruise Meister. We're not worthy. 3 different ships to Coco Cay in how long? In 2 weeks. We're not worthy. Happy Monday to everybody. Thank you, Keisha. Rick says the Seascape inaugural out of Galveston ranks at the top of my favorite cruises. It's up there. It's up there. It's up there. Linda M, my cruise I just went on was finally my cruise I just went on was finally good. Didn't get sick, but ate and drank too much. Love the Serenity deck on the Carnival Legend. Nice. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. I never did a Legend, but I think I did Legend. I think that was my first time to Alaska. I did Legend. Yeah, TJ, stop laughing. Yeah, it was good times though. Team Reese, my fave this year was Celebrity Ascent. I have yet to do Celebrity. I want to do it with all the couples. Lots of great memories from that one. And that looks like a lot of fun. When I see all you guys together, I get jealous. It's like, man, I'm gonna have to find somebody so I can go. I want to be part of the couples. I don't want to be a solo at that time. I don't want to be a solo traveler anymore. I want to be a part of the couples. Reconnecting at sea. I want to do all that. Maybe I'm gonna have to work on that. But yeah, that looked like an epic trip. Chris M at the airport heading to Philly to see my granddaughter. Nice. Enjoy your time with family. You got Adventures with Uncle Dave. My favorite cruise of 2025 was the Paradise with the Carnival Cruise Addicts, Chris and Liz. That looked like fun. Like you guys had a lot of fun, even though it wasn't Celebration Key that it rained on you guys. You still made the best out of it, and that's, when life gives you lemons, you got to make lemonade, and it looks like you made a ton of lemonade. It might have had liquor in it, but it looked like you guys. And Uncle Dave, what is this? When Liz is asking you, have you had any water today? You're supposed to say at least you had some. No water, no, all beer, all liquor. You got to stay hydrated. Z says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Any guesses to what my favorite cruise was this year? I don't. I get your cruises mixed up, Sig. I'm not sure. I can't tell you. I would have to go back and look at the thumbnail, and I could probably tell you. Explorer. That I can see how that could be. I can see how that could be epic. Explorer. I mean, I wonder if I would enjoy it as much as you guys, because I know Raquel did it, and I'm thinking, because it's like one of those things that, hey, $5,000, but it's for me it'd be once in a lifetime type deal. But Explorer Journeys, I mean, those are bucket list type cruises. Right? Who said that? Who said that? YOLO. Goals. Goals. I looked at the cruise line, and it's. I would imagine, if you like the yacht club, if I had to go to yacht club or go on Explorer, I would go on Explorer. So if I had to pay full price, I can see that. Lee, welcome in. Anfield, welcome in. Oh, Z says his longest live was 12 and a half hours. 12 and a half hours. Go, if you haven't checked it out, go check out Z's 12 and a half hours. Solo cruisers unite. Yes. But and you can, don't get me wrong, you can have fun, but I like the solo cruisers with the epic travel list. You know, so in other words, could we do a solo cruise on the Celebration, you know, going to Miami and Celebration Key? Yes, you could. But that overseas travel, the bucket, what I consider bucket list, and you know, go to Celebration Key might be somebody's bucket list. So I'm speaking for myself on this, and everybody's bucket list is different. But that hits, to me, it hits differently. Rick says we're booked on Carnival Freedom out of Barcelona for the transatlantic to Port Canaveral. If you can get to Barcelona a couple of days early and enjoy Barcelona. I mean, that's not technically the cruise, but Barcelona offers a lot to see. Oh, Harry Potter. Yeah. I don't read a lot of books. Most of my reading is online. My son teases me all the time because my son's an avid reader. And I'm like, oh, you must have got that from your mother. Anywho, Pedroza, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in, Pedroza. Pedroza, don't sleep on Pedroza. They travel everywhere. Lisbon, they travel everywhere. I'm sorry. And when I say travel, not necessarily cruises, but they travel, flying out, going places. Pedroza says, I like my Cabo cruises this year, like docking overnight. Funny that you say that, because I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna go back to the cruise that I'm looking forward to, going over to Egypt. We dock overnight in Cairo. I'm looking forward to it. Don't get me wrong, I like Cabo staying overnight. I like MSC when they stay overnight at their private island. I love, you know, you go to bed coming from the beach at the beach party, and then you wake up and you go right back out to the beach. I love it. I love it. Keisha, everybody said hello. Fear of missing out is real. YOLO, I try to tell people that fear of missing out, and the older I get, the more I have that of missing out or not being able to travel. So I'm if you see me now and watch my travels, I'm still cheap. I'm still looking for a good price. Thank goodness for Carnival. They always give me a good price. I have my Carnival shirt on now. Inaugural Jubilee. Anyway, this is an inaugural Jubilee jacket or hoodie. So I do appreciate it. Pedroza, I need to schedule an East Coast cruise. Yeah, you're on the West Coast, so how I look at the West Coast, you look at the East Coast probably, because there's flights and everything involved. Uncle Dave said it rains. It rained all 3 ports. Oh, yikes! Yikes! Carnival Cruise Addicts, welcome in. Welcome in. The scratch off. Yes, I don't even know where I got that from. I started scratching it off, and now it's so old now. It's starting to get tougher to scratch off. Hold on. Law Jones, he must type something but I don't see what it was, because he's saying, "Dang, autocorrect." No. Let me go down. Hello, scratching off. Z hashtag strong. I didn't type that. I think I missed it. Okay, I'm not down to the bottom, but I am going, because I'm already over a half an hour with the hellos and talking about different trips, and I am going to start naming. Nelly, welcome in, Nelly. Appreciate you coming in here. My favorite cruise has to be my honeymoon on. See, people getting married and honeymoons on cruise ships. I can see that. I can see it. I told you, people that follow me on a regular basis is I didn't get. It wasn't my honeymoon, but the next year we went on a cruise, and that started kind of my love of cruising. And when I was working, I'm taking 3 and 4 day cruises all the time, every long weekend. Mass Merry Christmas, yes. Butter Roll, welcome in, Butter Roll. Merry Christmas, welcome in. Happy New Year, because I don't know if Scott and I are going to do a show on Wednesday, but if I don't, Happy New Year to everybody in here. And for everybody that's in here, make sure you hit the like button for me if you don't mind. And if you're new to the channel, think about subscribing. If you like what I'm talking about and want to talk more cruising, if you ever have any questions, reach out to me, and I'll anything I can help you with, I gladly help you with. Everybody said hello. I'm down to the bottom. Okay. This year, as I said, I went on, I don't know, 11 or 12 cruises. But coming in at number 5 was MSC Seascape out of Galveston. And I tried to upload the picture of all of us. We had a lot of content creators on there. I don't know, it must have been about 10 of us. It was an epic cruise. It wasn't to me, it was epic. Just because of the number of people on there, and we're sitting around and just talking. And again, like I said, I don't necessarily sit around and talk about YouTube. I will with certain people, and we talk about like strategies and things like that. But this wasn't one of those cruises. We were just on there enjoying ourselves, laughing and joking with each other. You had, I love Cruising Royal, TJ, Cruise Nuts. You had Island Time, you had Embarkation Nation, and who else? And Cruise Control and OCR. They were, I believe, a slots channel. We just had a ton of people, and we were all just hanging out, and enjoying ourselves. You had Texas Cruiser, and I saw him every night in the loft. Him and his wife. It made the top 5. It definitely made the top 5. And as I said, I would have. I wanted to post a picture, but I didn't put it up here in time. And when I found a picture, it wouldn't upload. I don't know if I too many pictures. Cruise Nuts, I have the picture. I couldn't upload it, and I waited to the last minute, kind of sort of, to put it up there, and it wouldn't let me upload another picture. So I do have the picture, and I'm going to post it probably on Facebook and Instagram. But that was one of my favorite cruises, and just because I'm able to sit there, and Cruise Nuts is just talking, and Cruise Nuts was another one. I don't know did I mention Cruise Nuts at Paradise Beach? He had one of the beds. I want to say a cabana, but it was like a bed and the cover and stuff like that. And that's where we sat almost the entire time we were there. And shot after shot after shot after shot. I don't know if Cruise Nuts was drinking shots though, because he was a little too sober towards the end. I know TJ and myself and Will G, but the epic, I think Cruise Nuts had the epic cannonball of all of us that I almost died. And well, it took me a while to come up. So yes, that was an epic cruise. The Seascape was epic. I had a blast. I did. I had a blast, and that was one of my favorites for the year. The next one, and I'm gonna run through these real quick, and I probably won't. I had pictures from these cruises, but my next one was finally getting on World America. I've been waiting for that ship to come out for so long. It's been a couple of years. When I first found out about World America, I couldn't wait to get on World America, and that was one of the things. Oops. One of the things that made my year, getting on World America. Seeing that ship, it made my year. I couldn't wait. I mean, I got the ship up back here. It was a gift from the crew, but I had the ship, and I liked it so much. When I went on Seascape, I bought one from Seascape. Not a gift. I bought it, And I loved it. And I love their ships. I agree. I think I was watching Views and Cues, and they said, yeah, it's a copycat of the Oasis class ship. But right now, Oasis class ships are my favorite ships. You know, well, I'm sorry, scratch that. MSC World America is my favorite ship, but it's based off the Utopia, the Wonder of the Seas, and Allure, which are they're the ones. They're all right there together. They're the same ship, but I like them. I like them a lot. Bud Files, welcome in, Sue. Welcome in. Appreciate you coming in here. So that was number 4. World America was number 4. And now this Mardi Gras, 14-day from Barcelona. Mardi Gras, 14-day Carnival Mardi Gras. And that I met some great content creators there. Zaire and his wife. You had the Stress Free Cruising Squad. That's their channel. And I'm gonna call her Jay. Her name Jacita, I believe, is like Jacita. But anyway, I met Fats and Tree, the Travel Langers. They were on it, and just other people. And Keisha was on it, and my son was on it. And when you're around people that you like, and you able to talk and not talk cruising all the time, and we had a cruiser meetup, and we talked a little bit about cruising. Content creating and things like that. But after that, very rarely, if ever, did YouTube come up. I mean, you'll see somebody filming or something like that, but we didn't talk it. We sat there and just talked, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and that made top 3 of my cruises this year. And hold on. Oh, I did. Because we stopped in Spain a lot, and it left out of Barcelona. And I mean, we had a couple of pictures in Spain, and I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that, but I enjoyed doing it. I was able to have my son with me, and this is where it got emotional for me when I started going through my cruises. You know, how long? Who knows how long me and my son be able to cruise together? You know, my health, his life. You know, you have to be able to work. How long would this be able to happen? My daughter, she's married, kids, and stuff like that. We're not able to travel together like that. You know, like we used to when they were kids. And you know, thinking about this with my son is what made it so emotional, going through the footage and things like that. And hopefully, you know, one day when I'm not here, he can look back and it brings a smile to his face. And to me, that's priceless. I can't put a price tag on that. I can't put a price tag on that. And I think we enjoyed myself. I mean, we laughed about Mardi Gras because he won't come up here, but he couldn't stand the Mardi Gras. He apologized. We've always said Luminosa was our worst ship, and he apologized to the Luminosa of Carnival because he thought this was like just a bigger Luminosa, and it was funny. He didn't like the street eats. He won't come up here because he says I'm gonna silence his free speech. I said he can talk whatever he wants to talk about. It won't be me. I'm gonna put a disclaimer on it. It's not me, Carnival. But he did not like Mardi Gras. Hopefully he enjoyed his time with me on Mardi Gras. But we'll see. What time is it? Yeah, we still got 15 minutes. Oh, hold on. Let me before I get to my top 2, let me go to the chat and see how far I'm behind. Globies, blah blah blah. Chris, Cruising Chris, getting Captain Nick to take a selfie with me because I was able to name drop another creator who is friends with him. Nice. So it's always nice to get these little selfies with different people. I like it. I really do like it. I try to get it with the cruise directors a lot, mostly. Not because, you know, I'm like a big fanboy. I just like having those pictures because other people like having those pictures, or at least looking at those other pictures. So yeah, it's to me, it's a lot of fun. Cruise Convo, welcome in. Mike, I had to think of your name. Cruise Vet for those the old schoolers. Hey, welcome in on the Facebook side. Appreciate you being in here. Here's an Moonlight Adventures. They were right up there too. They didn't make the top 5. They made top 6. I went on like a 10-day, I believe a 10-day cruise to Southern Caribbean on Royal Rhapsody, and they were right there. And I had a blast, sitting there talking to them for a little bit. It was their honeymoon, so I didn't want to bother them. So they came and they were right there. They didn't quite make the top 5, but they were right there. Will, Together We Travel, welcome in, welcome in. There we go. The Moonlight, our best trip was our Puerto Rico Margarita Rio Mar. That was the land cruise prior to the cruise that we went on. Followed by the Rhapsody of the Seas that we were on there with you, Bill. Yeah, that looked like an epic, anniversary trip. And I mean, you can't recreate those memories. You can try, but some of them stand out. And they were explaining to me about the Rio down there and how nice it was. They made it sound so nice. It's like, I may need to try that one of these days. Okay, down to the bottom. Whew. People, if you haven't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button. I would truly appreciate it. And also, if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing to the channel. I would appreciate it. Some Rick, it just went by. Oh, I plan to tell the bars on the cruise ships that I am Bill's twin brother to get free beer. You don't get free. No, they wouldn't even know who you're talking about, Rick. They wouldn't even know who you're talking about. Danny D, welcome in, Danny D. Oh, you're off work? Woo! Glad you're off work, Danny D. Hope it wasn't too rough of a day. We are and celebrating my birthday today. Well, happy birthday, Will. Somewhere I missed something, but I'm sorry if I do. But happy birthday. Law Jones, 33 in here, people, tonight. Takes a while to get through the hellos. It does. It does. Which, I mean, that's another story for another day. It's, how do you stop that? But because I had a specific question that I wanted you guys to tell me what your favorite travel was and reminisce on your favorite travel, because we all come from different walks of lives, and surprisingly, everybody in here has said cruising. I was expecting other people, some land-based travels and things like that, but it's the end of the year, and we talk about some of these epic trips that we've taken on. And epic doesn't necessarily mean far. An epic trip could be going to visit the grandparents, grandparents you haven't seen in years, or parents you haven't seen in years, kids, grandkids you haven't seen in years, or maybe never saw, and now you were able to make it. I am mean, but don't tell anyone I know anyone. Don't tell anyone I know anyone on my ships. Make sure you hit the like button. Thank you, Keisha. Everybody saying happy birthday to Will. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Okay. Running out of time. And Paul, if you're in here still, if not, I don't know if travel with PMB. He usually goes on right after me at 6. So if you can make it over there, I didn't drop his link. So I didn't pin his link. Normally I would pin his link or something up there so you make it easy to get over there. But if you do make it over there, go over there and say hashtag strong raid. Let them know that we're thinking about him. And think about his epic trip coming up to MSC World Asia, leaving out of Barcelona. Don't ask me why World Asia is leaving out of Barcelona. But Go check it out. Oh, thank you, Scott. Let me see if I can pin that comment up here real quick. Oh yeah, there it is. But I don't know if he's going live. Hopefully he is, but I just pinned his live up for the night. Go over there and tag hashtag Strong Raid. Okay. Number 2 on my list, Celestial Journey, going to Greece. People, that was truly a bucket list trip. Now, a couple of things didn't work out well for me on that trip because I told you about the Ephesus, trying to get to the House of Mary. I didn't go with the group. I went on my own. I thought I was going to get a personal tour up there and no lines. Little did I know, I got. I went by the house. I went close to Ephesus. I never got inside, and that was on me. I should have just got up and went with the group, but nope. Being antisocial, kind of, sort of. But thanks to C with C, Carlene, I get to do a redo. But going over there, and one of the things on my bucket list was going to the Acropolis, and I made it, and I walked to the top, and I had to take many stops. People, I'm telling you, do it while you're young. And you're walking up to the mountains up there. Do it while you're young, people. If you can, everybody can't. So that's why I'm so lucky that, or should I say blessed, to be able to do it now. And I'm doing as much as I can. I'm doing as much as I can, because tomorrow's not promised. Tomorrow's not promised. So yeah, on the go with YOLO. Greece was definitely bucket list and epic for me as well. It was, and I went with a great group, MH Family Adventures. Great group, great leadership. It made it easy because I believe she had did it before, and I mean she could guide you how to do everything. Me thinking I knew everything, I messed up with Ephesus. And hold on, let me see. Boop. Just seeing some of the things over there in Greece, the Acropolis at night. That was the group right there that I didn't go with, but I met up with. They were coming out of Ephesus, and I thought I was going in, but I didn't make it in. And anyway, we met up at this picture and took this picture here. And it was good times on that ship. Met a lot of good friends that I keep up in touch with, to this day. And some of them come into this chat. And people, you get out there and enjoy life. And I'm talking to my YouTubers, and I'm talking to my, oops, hold on. Let me take that off. My YouTubers, put the camera down, live in the moment. I know a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers, everything is about through the lens. Put the camera down, live for the moment, and talk to people about life, not about YouTube. I mean, people's lives may be about YouTube, but talk about life. Scrolls Nuts, welcome in, Randy. Appreciate you being in here. Bill, I love all the clips you're inserting from your 2025 travels. Yes, Keisha, you told me to do it. But yes, thank you, Keisha. And Keisha, I'll talk to you later about it. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Allure was great, and Chastity's favorite was Symphony of the Seas. And yes, Allure was my first Royal Oasis class ship, and I fell in love. And I'm loving all of Royal ships. I'm going on in January. I'm going on Freedom, and in February I'm going on Quantum. But the other Royal ships I've been on, I've loved them. I love Royal ships. I see why people fall in love with Royal. I don't like the price, because doing theirs, I would do fewer cruises than doing like Carnival or MSC. So I choose to do more cruises than that, but I love their ships. Adventure with Uncle Dave. My favorite video of yours was the ones from the Japan trip. Well, Uncle Dave, thank you. I mean, you must be on my payroll, because that's going to lead me to my favorite cruise this year, Carnival Luminosa. Now I told you we didn't. Me and my son, we both laughed at Carnival Luminosa because it's not the greatest ship. We did 29 days through Japan, a ton of sea days, and Alaska, and that was my favorite trip this year. Bucket list because I always wanted to do Japan. I made another mistake. I do have to go back and redo Tokyo because when I went to Tokyo, I took a tour to see Mount Fuji. The tour, it didn't give me the up close and personal tour of Mount Fuji that I thought I was going to get. I mean, a lot of people had a better view from the cruise ship getting up early in the morning and us getting ready to dock than I actually had from the tour I had. And I was cold, it was windy, and it was a magnificent sight. Mount Fuji, it was definitely a magnificent sight. But I want to go back, and that was in Tokyo. And so I spent my day. It was like an 8 or 9 hour tour. Um, I I miss Tokyo, so I have to go back. Whether I fly over, however I get back to Tokyo, I have to do Tokyo because that was it. But my son always wanted to do Japan. I always wanted to do Japan, and we both got to do it together. And looking back on some of this footage that I had when I was trying to pick out pictures and stuff like that, it literally was bringing tears to my eyes because I got a chance to do that with my son. And I don't know what he would say, but I had the time of my life. I had the time of my life. And then like seeing his face on some of these excursions and he was talking about moving over there. Hey, he still may move over to Asia. I don't know, but he was talking about moving over there. He likes collecting Pokemon, and he was over there in Japan collecting Pokemon. He was in heaven, and seeing that on his face was priceless. Uh, that was probably my favorite trip of all time. I mean, I could try to go think of something that meant more to me. I don't think I could. I don't think I could. That's my favorite travel of all time. Um, just seeing his face, and I know back when they were kids, and me and my daughter. If you look at my background, whoop, right over this shoulder right there, there's a picture. The last time that we all got together and did formal pictures. So I actually had a suit on. My son has a suit on. My daughter has a dress on, and I keep that up there because that was kind of like the last time that we did that as a family. But if you could have seen my son's face, and he's kind of like me, not doesn't show a lot of emotion. And that was, when I say epic, that was my favorite cruise of all time. Kimberly Lavelle, Japan would be epic. It was. It literally was. I want to go back and do Japan. And thank you guys. Go back if you haven't watched them. Go back and watch the Japan video. And hold on, there's some media. Oops. If I can say it, I'm looking at these little tiny squares, so I'm trying to see. Oh, that's at me looking at the atomic dome, and that was a lot of reflection. That was, doing these memorials on these cruises. It's special. That's up. Me and my son headed there on our excursion. It meant a lot. My little mini me. But during these memorials and thinking about the tragedies when I did Pearl Harbor and just thinking about the tragedies, you just want to sit there and contemplate life. It's like think about that day when the bomb hit. Think about when Pearl Harbor was attacked, and just think about the number of lives and what they went through. And people, I know it comes off as I don't have like a lot of emotions, but when I sit there and just think about stuff, now I will block it out and not show it too much, but I really think about things like this, and being able to share that with my son, and he's actually obviously he's the one that took that picture. It means a lot, and hopefully that he'll look back and remember the good times that we had together there. So yeah, I mean that rounded out my year, and that was that was, as I said, a couple of emotional trips, and it was just epic. You know, I mean, I don't know. There's no other word for it. Uh, Being able to speak about my combat service and my both my son's service and seeing him cut the cake. Oh, hold on, I missed this. Hold on. He cut the cake as a young veteran on the seascape with a Korean War vet. Wow, that would have been special. That would have been special. And thank you guys, all the veterans out there. Thank you for your service. And I don't think people appreciate it enough. Um, at Pearl Harbor is more like a memorial. And I mean, just I mean, it's breathtaking in more ways than one. Orange Cone, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in here. We are getting ready to get out of here. Great stream, Lee. Appreciate you being in here. I know it's late in the UK. Thank you. Thank you for so much for stopping by. Everybody saying hello. Team Reese, great live. I appreciate hearing that. Well, people, I appreciate it. If you haven't hit the like button on the way out, make sure you hit the like button. If you can, stop over to see Paul. I haven't clicked the link, so I don't know if he's going live or not. But if he's live, go say hi. We're all content creators, or most of us are content creators, and it's nothing like having support from you guys. So go over there and say hi, and hit the notification bell, because Scott and I may go live, Controversial Cruise Talk live on Wednesday night. We may or may not, we're not sure, but if we do, hit the notification bell, you'll know. But with that being said, I am going to get ready to get out here. Thank you all for coming in here. Appreciate it. Also, make sure that you stay strong and embrace the journey. And I am gone. Bye-bye.
Boom, 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 boom.